Hello out there, friends. Welcome to Del Rivers Music Collection number 29. Not quite 30 yet. And I'm a little late on this one. I have to apologize because I had a bout with cellulitis, and it kind of knocked the wind out of my sails for a while. Plus, I'm going through all sorts of treatments with the hospitals and stuff like that. So, hopefully I can keep this going, until I get laid up or whatever. It shouldn't be too bad. I should be recovering soon. Anyway, we're going to do two local bands and one national band. I think they fit together kind of seamlessly, believe it or not. The first one is McFadden's Parachute. Now, they issued so many cassette singles or cassette items that I'm just going to do the CDs that I have, just to make it more concise, and also, the full band of McFadden's Parachute, which I have right here. A full band effort after a bunch of cassettes and a couple other things is this one right here, McFadden's Parachute. The full band included Chesterfield King Rick Kona, Bob Parrish, and producer Dave Anderson, who appears on a lot of garage rock type stuff. And here's the back of it. I think the big song on there was, let me see if I have to read it, Evaporated Happiness. That's a really catchy tune. Let's see, Stop Pushing Me is the one I co-wrote with Darren. That's on here. Let's see, Don't Talk Like a Jerk. Kind of like that one. And Girl Bomb, I think he wrote about the girl group from Canada. They call it Girl Bombs, and he came up with that song. Limited edition, McFadden's Parachute, Stop Pushing Me. It's on Garage Pop, and it's just called McFadden's Parachute. The next one I got here is Sweep Out the Brain Fog. It's kind of psychedelic artwork. Sweep Out the Brain Fog, McFadden's Parachute. Here's the back of it. I got it outside the CD, so that's why it's kind of just paper. There's Darren. Most of the, I'd say 90% of the stuff he does by himself, and he just has guest musicians and guest writers, and does a few garage rock covers. I can't seem to get that to focus in, but that's the Sweep Out the Brain Fog. Then I got Cosmic Sounds. I'm not sure if he changed the cover on this, but this is the one I have. McFadden's Parachute, Cosmic Sounds. That's from the Thunder Gods, or Thunderbirds. That's another band. It's the Thunderbirds that he took the picture from, I guess. That's Cosmic Sounds. And then this one, Sugar Cubed. He actually put sugar, spelled it sugar with the 3 after it. Out in the Woods, McFadden's Parachute, Sugar Cubed. Hold on a second, I gotta get rid of that. I did. Okay. Here's the B-side. We did a CD at the same time, and it has some of the songs that I co-wrote with him. Like A Simple Man. That was one of our co-writes. My Mary Jane, I think you know what that's about. Robin Gibb is Dying. It's when Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees was passing away. We wrote a song about him. And When the Night Falls, that's another one that we co-wrote. Sugar Cubed. Some of these are still available at local Rochester stores, and some aren't. You have to call to find out. And this is the last one that I have personally. It's called McFadden's Parachute, Fuzzy Organs. Distorted looking organs, different types of organs. Here's the B-side. Darren's a big equipment type guy. He's got like this is from a big muff box from Russia, I believe. I use one of those on one of my songs. Makes it sound like Neil Young. Is that Neil Young distortion sound? That's where they get that big muff box from Russia. Here's the inside, by the way. Fuzzy organs. Pictures of Darren. Pretty cool stuff. I think he still has some of his cassettes available too. One of my favorites from the cassette bunch would be Lost in Space. I did a song called UFO on there, which I kind of hate it now, but I like the words in it. It's pretty good. Okay, that was now to interrupt the two stuff that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a couple Beatle things. The Corgi car company, or Corgi, you know, it's like Matchbox cars, but they're Corgis. They put out these things right here, Yellow Submarine. The bus. These are really cool buses. This one's from Help. I think the same on the other side. You can see this side. The Beatles. Yeah, the Beatles from Help and Yellow Submarine. They got all the Beatles albums on Corgi. The Corgi buses. Kind of expensive, but they're cool. I think they're worth it. I wish they were big enough to go inside of them. Oh, here to show the top of them too. There's the Beatles, Yellow Submarine, and Help. Okay. And the next band I want to show off that I collected too over the years is the Frantic Flattops with Frank DeBlaze. Frank DeBlaze became a writer of, he does like a lot of reviews of albums and stuff. And he works occasionally, I think, at Record Archive in Rochester or Henrietta. Or it used to be in Henrietta, now it's in Rochester. But let's start out with the 45s. This goes way back. This is his drummer, Paul Vazella's. She Says Yes and Talking to Myself by White Noise. It was the future drummer of Frantic Flattops. Here's the back. Paul V, drums and vocals. Then they put out one of their first singles here. It's called Slippin' In. It's yellow, so it's hard to yellow picture, so it's hard to see. There's Frank on the left. Let's see, and then here's the B-side. Slippin' In and Go Man Go, the Frantic Flattops. The next one is really cool. It's on Rockabilly Records. It's on yellow vinyl. It's If This Is Love by Frank DeBlaze. And Angelina, also by Frank DeBlaze, on the B-side. Angelina, Rockabilly Records. There's a Rockabilly record with Ronnie Dawson that I'm trying to get, but it costs like $30, so I'm kind of missed out on that, I think, when I moved to California briefly. Anyway, here's some of the CDs that they put out. Here's the original Rockabilly Records, Frantic Flattops, Hi-Fi Honey. And they took Hi-Fi Honey and reissued it with Ronnie Dawson tracks. Hi-Fi Honey Revisited. It's on Get Hip Records. I think Get Hip might not be around anymore, I'm not sure. But you can check. Hi-Fi Honey. And they got Ronnie Dawson songs on the bottom with some live tracks. and also the original tracks on the first half of the CD, which I'm trying to focus, but it's very difficult. It's Hi-Fi Honey with the Frantic Flattops, their first major CD there. Then they put out, I think they put this one next, I'm not sure. Cheap Women, Cheap Booze, and Cheaper Thrills. I took it out of the things so I could see it better. They got Darien Lake, the girl dancer Darien Lake is in the background. Frantic Flat Top is on the next to my finger there. Paul Vizell is the drummer, and I'm sorry, but I can't remember the bass player. I think they had two different bass players, a couple of them. This is one of the next ones, one of the last ones actually. It's Frantic Flat Tops, Rock and Roll Murder. Now, what's good about this is guys from the Chesterfield Kings, I think, helped out on one or two of the songs, either with the last CD or this one. Greg Prevost and Andy Babiak, they helped him out on this CD, this one. And then the drummer went to another band called the New York Vaults. I think it's short. I don't know if they're still around or not. I have to look them up. It's called Fuel Your Fascination. New York Vaults. They're pretty cool. And Ronnie Dawson did a lot of work with the Frantic Flattops, but he also worked with a group called High Noon. And they put out this great live CD, Ronnie Dawson with High Noon and Lisa Pankratz at the Carnegie Hall Tour. This is a must-have if you're a Ronnie Dawson collector. There's all I think the songs are in this part right here. Quite a few songs. There's two sets, I think, of songs. A couple of repeats. But really cool stuff. Here's the inside. Same as the cover, pretty much. Ronnie Dawson. Yeah, sadly, Ronnie passed away. I don't know if it's from a lifetime of smoking or whatever happens in your health. You know, he passed away not recently, but like within the last 10, 15 years, I believe. And me and a friend of mine, Jim Havlack, got to interview him when he came to Rochester. Basically, he was living out of a suitcase, and we interviewed him for a Shindig magazine, not the one that's out now, the current magazine, but a different version, different Shindig. And we still got that interview floating around somewhere. I might post it if I can find it. And I think that's it. We're running about 13 minutes, just about done. I like my Beatles Yellow Submarine up there to make it look kind of cool. But I might be putting up another poster. I'll rotate them from time to time, so it'll have, so I can tell which video I'm doing. I can just tell by looking at it. Alright, well, have yourself a good day. We'll see you soon.